Okay, so let's talk about the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta. Let's start off by saying I had a f***ing blast with this beta, guys. Like, I've put 50 or more hours into, or 50 and more, I know it's over 50 hours, into not only this beta, but both alphas as well for PS4. Suffice to say, guys, I'm a f***ing loser, and I haven't done shit with my life but play Call of Duty for the last few weeks. Well, let's jump into it, guys. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta just finished today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm on the East Coast. Represent! And it was phenomenal, guys. I played that motherfucker until 1 o'clock when that shit ended. And this is completely different than my previous video, guys. My previous two videos were very skeptical, which rightly so, they still are, about the microtransactions, how things played out until I actually got my physical hands on the game. You know, with the 2v2 was my first beta impressions video, or alpha, I should say. Let's get it right. It's a demo, guys. It's a demo either way. But I was playing the alpha, and I had a good time, and it was great. I just really was looking forward to the beta where I could play the 6v6, the 10v10, the 64-player 32 versus 32 matches, and that was one of the main draws I was looking forward to. So hopping into it on Thursday, the 64-player matches weren't even up yet. So yeah, I was a little mad about that. But come to find out, it was going to launch Saturday, which makes more sense because people are off work. They can hop on. I get it. All right, good call, Activision. Anyways, the crossplay, guys. The crossplay. The crossplay made this game so much better, guys. I don't know why other companies haven't done this. I don't know why. Like, I get that people have their gripes that mouse and keyboard versus console will crush it every time. I disagree. But it really wasn't bad, and the way that they're handling crossplay is ingenious. It's fantastic. How it works, guys, for those of you who don't know real quick, is when you're playing on PC, you could choose an input type, mouse or keyboard, gamepad. If you choose gamepad, you'll only match up with other people on other platforms like Xbox, PS4 that are using gamepad as well. Now, obviously, if you have a console, you can also not only play with a gamepad, but you can play with a mouse and keyboard. So if you choose to do that, it'll be the same thing. So you'll never, you know, as they say, quote unquote, they say that you will not ever get matched up with people on mouse and keyboard if you're playing on gamepad. So if you have that one cunt that joins your party who insists on using a mouse and keyboard because he doesn't want to use a controller for whatever reason, then you're f***ed. Good luck. All right, calm down, relax. No. Stay on topic, stay on topic. You don't want to go down that road. You're going to get a lot of hate mail. So that's how the input works. Now, my favorite part about this game is the crossplay, guys, and let me tell you why. Besides this game, and I've covered it in my last video, this game felt excellent. It felt smooth. The kill reaction, the time to kill was lowered, so it feels more tactical. But the reason I'm excited about the crossplay is because it's brought me and my group of friends all back together. And I'm sure a lot of you guys experience this when you have people that buy multiple platforms. For example, you know, you're on PS4, somebody buys an Xbox, so you guys can't play together, and you got to end up buying multiple copies of a game. So in this instance, guys, you don't need to do that. So we had, I don't remember the last time I had a lobby where we almost couldn't fit everybody in, and people were joining in like, you know, one person would leave the party and one person would join the party, and we constantly had a full team going because there's so many people that wanted to play and so many people able to play. I even played with some people that are fans of this channel, and we always had a full squad, which made matches so much more engaging and so much more exciting. And it just feels good to have a game where all of your friends can play together again, where nobody's separated, right? It's an even front, so they claim. We'll see how that actually works out. I'm sure there's going to be some nut jobs that, you know, figure out a way to get around that whole input system, and they're actually playing on a mouse and keyboard, and they, you know, they have their shit set to gamepad because they want to pwn noobs. But I'm sure somebody's going to figure out a way. We'll see. I mean, Activision's got a pretty tight ship when it comes to that stuff. So that's my feelings on the crossplay. I'm really excited about that. Now let's talk about one of the other most important aspects of this game, and cool new additions, welcome addition in my opinion, is the gunsmith. A lot of people are like, oh, well, you can customize your guns in any Call of Duty game. Well, it's a little bit different in this game, guys. So how the gunsmith works is you can't just rail on a shitload of attachments onto your gun and just go in and go pew pew in. You actually have to be strategic with what you put on depending on how your playstyle is. So for me, my playstyle is a little bit more tactical. I don't run around like a psychopath just shooting pew pew at everybody and diving over shit. I'm a little bit slower. I take it slow. I'm a little bit more tactical. I mount up and then I move to cover. I never stay in one spot for a long period of time because I don't want to be discovered. So I kind of customize my playstyle to that. And what I did in the gunsmith was when you attach something, it'll show you the pros and the cons for each item that you're trying to slot, like whether it's a scope, whether it's a muzzle, whether it's a stock, whether it's a magazine, like bigger magazine size. They each have their pros and cons, like higher weight, which increases recoil, decreases recoil, things like that. So I built my gun in a way that benefits my playstyle. For example, my M4A1, what I did was I put all the attachments on there that increased the quickness, the rapidness that I guess my sleight of hand, how fast I raise my gun to the ready is where I'm able to fire, via the iron sights. But also I put the attachments on there that reduce the vertical weapon recoil, so my gun is very stable. Not the horizontal, guys, the vertical, and there's both that you got to mess around with. So the gunsmith was really cool. I'm really excited to see what other guns they implement in the game and how, as you level up each gun, the different attachments that you get. Because some people had some decked out guns. My buddy had a sniper rifle with a barrel the size of a fucking PVC pipe, and that thing looked insane. So I'm excited about that. All right, 64-player matches. Let's talk about it. So the 64-player matches were kind of shit. Now calm down, guys. Calm down. Don't get upset. Put the pitchforks away. It was fun, okay? But it was shit. And let me elaborate on that. So it was basically a lot of players in a big Call of Duty map that wasn't as big as I thought it would be, actually. It was the one map. It was like, I forgot it was called, the refinery map. But it was a lot of players in one map, and it was hectic as all f***. Now, some of you might be like, oh, I like Battlefield. I like hectic. That sounds like fun. Not when your game is running at 25 to 30 frames per second, guys. And I'm playing on an Xbox One X. I had some friends playing on PC that had some issues with crashing, some frame rate issues here and there. It was obviously it's a lot better, more stable on PC, depending on if you have a really powerful rig or not. But they had the issues of their own. But for me personally, guys, the frame rate on the Xbox One X was garbage. It was all over the place. I had several crashes that completely shut my Xbox down, and I couldn't get it to reset until it cooled off. I think it's an overheating problem. From the research I did, a lot of them were saying that it could be an overheating problem, but nothing was solid. But I wrote to Activision asking. I didn't get a comment back. I didn't get a response. So it looks like they're looking into it. Overall, as the beta went on, more and more days, more and more hours, I feel like they released a couple patches that stopped some of the crashes. By today and yesterday, so today's Monday, the beta ended today at 1 p.m. I played that shit, by the way, guys, all the way into the end. Okay, I played that shit until 1 p.m. when it was over. Okay, that's how much I liked it. Anyways, as time went on, I feel like it got a lot better. I feel like Activision's gonna get their shit together and they're gonna patch that, which is great. But the ground war was crazy. There wasn't any big events that happened. It was just kind of a lot of people shooting each other over like a domination. It was a very large scale domination, or more like a conquest mode, I guess you can say, like in Battlefield. However, I was kind of disappointed that there weren't any other vehicles. There wasn't an Apache. I thought there would be an Apache chopper that shoots missiles, that shoots chain guns, stuff like that. But it wasn't. It was more of a transport chopper that you can't really do anything with but fly. I was running it into people on the ground, which was pretty funny, watching them spin up in my blades. But other than that, there was a couple tanks. One of them shot anti-tank buster rounds, and then just the regular large shells, and the other one just shot the large shells. And I was driving through, fucking people up with those, which was awesome. But overall, guys, it was just more of a chaotic Call of Duty, and it's a welcome addition. It's something different. I hear they are experimenting with the 50 by 50 player matches, which we'll see how that goes. But I mean, they're gonna need to do some serious stability patching before they do that. But overall, guys, Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta impressions, 4 days in, 50 plus hours. I had an excellent time. I can't wait for this game. I never thought that in 2019 a Call of Duty game would be one of my most looked forward to games and most anticipated games, but unfortunately, I guess fortunately it is, guys. It is. It's excellent. People were bitching about the maps. I love the maps personally. I think the 3-lane system is trash, and I'm glad that they went back to doing more open maps like they used to back in the day. So I'm pumped about that. But other than that, guys, if you played the beta, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share the video. It definitely helps the channel out. I want to get some more feedback, what you guys thought. Other than that, guys, have an excellent night, and we'll see you on the next episode of Talk Gaming.